Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and we are still continuing designing our radio website. Okay, so the last video that we did, the last two videos, the first one we did was to create the free online radio, and then the second video was how we started designing our website so that we will integrate the online radio that we created into the website. Okay, so basically we are still on it now. This is where we left off the last time. Okay, so we created this sticky or this menu sidebar over here. Okay, so I'm going to continue designing the website. Sorry, I'm going to continue designing the website, and then I'll take you to I'm saying redesigning because I've done this tutorial, like I've done this almost like 3 times, but then I don't know, anytime I do it, I record the video and then it get lost. Okay, so my computer crashes. I don't know why it crashes, and I have to restart everything again. So so let's move on. So if you are new over here, please subscribe to the channel for me, and then let's keep the channel going. Okay, so over here what we do is we try as much as possible to use free resources to create a very beautiful website, so that anybody who cannot afford certain plugins or certain things can also be able to design their own website for themselves, or for anybody to have how do I even say it, like enjoy it. Okay, so basically we create websites using free resources over here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create this other side of it. Okay, so as you can see over here, now let me go to the website that the front page of the website that we are looking on it. Now this is how the front page looks like. Okay, if you can see, it's still loading. So yeah, so this is how the front page looks like. Now we have a sticky menu, sidebar menu over here, a vertical menu over here. Okay, and then we have this amazing also radio stations listed over here, with our radio station on top and other radio stations also underneath it. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to start creating this session also. Okay, so so let's get into it. So to start everything, I'm going to bring the widget over here. Okay, so I'm going to bring a widget over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for HTML widget, and then I'll drag it inside this column. Okay, and then I'll go to, now let's go to our Zeno website. Okay, the place that we created the radio station. Okay, so if you go over there, you definitely get to your dashboard. Now this is how your dashboard looks like. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to go to stations over here. Okay, and then click on your on your radio station. Okay, so now that you click on your radio station, what you are going to do is go to tools over here, and then go to widget, the widget over here. Okay, now when you are at the widget, you can select between the sizes that you want to display. Okay, so anyone you click on it, the preview will show over here. Okay, so if I click over here, I see that this is the preview. Okay, the size of it. If I click over here, this is the size of it. Okay, so let's say I want this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will copy this shortcode or this HTML code. Okay, and then I will go to my page that I'm designing, and then I'll place the code over here. Okay, I'll place the code over here, and then I'll get this radio station widget over here. Okay, that plays our radio. Okay, so this one is the radio that you design. Now what I don't want is I don't want this a Zeno FM station to to show underneath. So I'm going to remove that one. So I'm going to search through it and then see where I will see the the ahref. Okay, so yeah, this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to from here to here, I'm just going to delete it. Okay, so that it will be left with just this code, and then this code will display what my my station for me. Now of course, if you feel like this one is too big for you, okay, you can reduce the size. Okay, so you see the width is what 768, and then the height is what 600. So let's say we want the height to be 500. Okay, so as you can see, the height is what 500. Now let's take a good look at it. So this is how it looks like. Okay, and I think it's quite okay. It's quite, it's quite good. So now that we have this one over here, the next one that we are going to do is what to bring a widget, an inner session down here. Okay, so that we will display our radio station, other radio stations too on the website. So I'm going to click over here and then drag an inner session beneath this one. Okay, so yeah, let me drag it beneath here. Come again, come, where are you? Come here. Sometimes it happens. Okay, so just be careful, just take your time and then just drag it over there, and let's see what happens. Yes, okay, so we have it over here. Okay, so and then I also want to drag, first of all I want to drag what a heading widget. Okay, so I want to drag a heading widget on top of this one, on top over here. Okay, I want to drag this heading widget over here. Okay, now let me bring this widget. Yeah, I don't want it to be inside. Yes, very good. So this one is on its own, this one too is on its own. Okay, and then this one too is on its own. And then I'm going to bring a spacer. Okay, I'm going to bring a divider, sorry, a divider that will divide. Yes, yeah, over here. Okay, yeah, very good. So I want the divider to have something in the middle, like an icon in the middle. Okay, and then I'll reduce the width a little bit. Yeah, okay, and then I want to change the icon to a music icon. Okay, so I want to change the icon to a music icon. You can change it to any icon that you want, but I want it to be a music icon. And then I'll go to style, I'll change the color to white. Okay, and then the width I'll give it like 4, let's say 3. Yeah, okay, so 3 is okay. And then I can reduce the gap a little bit, and then I can go to the icon itself and then change it to our yellowish, or is it yellowish? Yeah, yellowish color. Okay, yeah, this one, or an orange color, any color, but I think this one is a yellow, like a gold color for me here. Okay, so I chose this one, and then I'll go back again and then position it in the middle. Okay, the same way I want to position this one also in the middle. Yeah, very good. And then I want to change the text over here to this text. Okay, so let's go back over here and then pick this text from here. So I want to change it to this one. I'll go back to here and then paste the text over here. So more stations around the world. And then we're going to also style the text. We want to style the text, change the text to white. Okay, and then also change the typography to Rockstar. Is it Rockstar? Yeah, I think so. Where are you? Okay, so let's is it Rochester? Yeah, Rochester. It's not Rockstar, it's Rochester. Yeah, very good. So we change it to this one, and then increase it to 55. Okay, very good. So we have this one done. Now let's go to our advanced, and then give it a bottom margin of, let's say, -20, so that it will push the divider on top a little bit, to the top a little bit. So we have this one done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one so that I get 3 sections over here, 3 columns over here. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this one, this column. I'll duplicate it. Okay, very good. So I have 3 columns over here. Now what I'm going to do is I want to place some, if you look over here, okay, if you look over here, we have some some other radio stations from tuning. Okay, tuning over there. So I'll open your browser to tuning. Okay, tuning.com. okay, and then search for any radio that you want to display over there. Now when you search for that radio, okay, just click on play. Now when you click on play, this one this player will show over here. And when you get this player shown over here, what you have to do is click on this share or embed icon over here. So just click on it. This one will pop up over here. Okay, so click on this one. Okay, just click it so that it will highlight, so that you can be able to copy it. Okay, now do not click here. If you click here, you are copying the URL. Okay, so do not copy this one. We want to copy this code. Okay, so just copy it and then go back to your design, and then click this plus sign so that it will show, you display the widget over here for us. Okay, and then we search for you can search for shortcode or HTML. Okay, anyhow you want it, but I want to use a shortcode to display it, and then put it in this column. Okay, put the shortcode in this column, and then place the code in it, the code that you copied from tuning. Okay, so just place it in it. It will it will display the the radio stations over there. So the same way you can do it over here, do it over here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy it and then paste it here. Okay, I don't want to be searching for other radio stations. You can do it just like the way we did it. Okay, I did it right now. Okay, so it's very easy for you to do it. Okay, now that you know the first step, you can do the next one. So you can get a whole bunch of radio stations to display on your on your website using the same formula. Okay, popular radio stations to display on your website using the same formula. Now let me duplicate this inner section. I want to duplicate it like 2 times. Okay, let me duplicate it like 2 times. Now I want to duplicate it like 2 times because I want to use I want to display another radio station also. That is the plugin that we installed, that we imported all the radio stations in our first video. What we're going to do is we're going to display some of those radio stations over here. Okay, so what we are going to do is I'm just going to remove this one. So I right click and then click on delete. I right click on this one and then click on delete. The same way I'm going to right click over here and then click on delete, so that I will still have my my inner sessions over here. Okay, with the 3 columns over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'll go over here to search for radio. Okay, so I'll search for radio, and then I'll drag the radio. Okay, so I'm going to search for this radio player. This is what I'm looking for. I'll drag the radio player over here. Okay, and then it will tell me to please enter the station ID. Now with the station ID, go back to your dashboard over here. Okay, website dashboard. Now go to radio stations over here, and then all stations. Okay, just the stations that we imported. Okay, if you remember in the last video, the station that we imported. Now this is the ID of every radio. Okay, on your website. Okay, so all the radios that you want. Okay, so you can search through by country. Okay, so let's say I want American Samoa. Okay, radio stations. So I'll just filter it, and then it will give me some 2 radio stations over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to insert their IDs over there. So 39 and then 126. So I'll go back over here, and then change this one, insert 39 over here, it will give me that particular radio station. So as you can see, it has what it has given me. Okay, so the same way, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this radio station and then put it over here. Okay, I'm just going to copy it and then paste it over here. Copy this and paste it the same radio station to over here, because I want to use the what I want to use the player, okay, to insert different things. So over here I can insert a different code in it. So let's say 26. Okay, 26. Yes, so as you can see, it has what shown a different what player for me. And then I can also insert let's say 219. Okay, a different player. Okay, so from different countries. So I have 3. You can insert as much as what stations that you want to insert over here. Okay, so that is it. So now that we have this one done, now what I want to do is I just don't want people to think that this is the only radio station that we have. So I want to show a button over here, okay, so that they will be able to click on the button to view more of our radio station. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go click on this grip icon or the 9 dots over here, and then I'll drag this button. Okay, I'll drag this button, or you can search for any button. So let's say I'm going to search for button. Okay, and then let me search for let me use this dynamic button over here. So let me use this one, and then I'll place it inside the column. Okay, do not place it inside this one, just place it underneath it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'll insert the link over there. So I want to direct people to where all our radio stations are. Okay, so where they can see all our radio stations. So I'll just type in live radio. So as you can see, we have our live radio, which is the page. Okay, so as you can see, it is the page. So that page is where I want to direct people to. Okay, I want to direct people to that place. And then what I'm going to do is I'll change this one and then write view more stations. Okay, very good. So now that I have view more stations written, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to style the button. Okay, and then I'll place the button in the middle. Okay, so let me go over here, alignment. I'll place the button in the middle. Okay, so it's gonna be in the middle. Okay, and then I'll the background type. Okay, so you can change it, but I want to change it to gradient. Okay, now I want it to be gradient type, so I want to give it this kind of color. Okay, or even with the background type, I don't want it to be gradient. I just want it to be just the normal color, but I will change it from here. You see over here. Okay, so over here, okay, this is the text color, and then the background color, I want to give it this our kind of like yellowish or gold color. Okay, so I kind of give it like a gold kind of like color. Okay, so I think this one is quite okay. And then with the text color, I'll give it black. Yeah, very good. And then you can change the typography. Okay, so you can change the typography to any size that you want. So let's say I want to change it to 18, and then I want the font to be Poppins. Okay, so I want to change the font to be Poppins. So I'll click on Poppins. Okay, and then I want increase the width a little bit. Okay, so basically this is okay. Now the hover, when somebody hover on it, I want it to also I want it to be a gradient color. Okay, and that gradient color is what I'm gonna pick the same color over here. So when somebody hover on it, it's gonna be something like this, but I want to change the angle. Okay, so let me say I want to change the angle to 280. Okay, so basically this is quite okay. Okay, so when somebody hover on it, I want it to be something like this. Okay, so yeah, I think something like this is quite okay. And then you see it is what it is, just near the you know, the players. I don't want it that way. I want it to be you know, come down a little bit. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here. Okay, I'm going to click over here and then give it what padding. Okay, top and down padding, or you can give it a margin anyhow you want it. Let's say 20 and then 20. Okay, or you can even just give it what, just a top padding of what, of let's say 40, or anyhow you feel like it's okay for you. Okay, you can give it and then click on update. Okay, so whatever you are doing, make sure that you click on update so that what, it will save your what, your. So basically we are done with what, with the front page. Okay, now guys, if this place is what doesn't have a space, okay, and this place also doesn't have a space, all what you need to do is what, just click on this one. Okay, and then you add what, you add, make sure you go to advanced over here. Okay, and then add what, a padding to it. So I added what, 120 at the top, 120 at the bottom, and then also this side. Okay, I added what, 40 at the right, so that the player and all the other widgets will not be what, close to the what, the edge of the browser. Okay, so that is it. So basically we are almost good to go. Now what we have to do is what, like I said, if you click over here to, now make sure that you go to layout over here, and then with a column position, make sure you put it at the top. Okay, so that all these two things will be what, will be having the same height. Okay, yeah, put it at the top so that they will all be having the same height. Now what we are going to do is we want to make this one sticky. Okay, we want to make this thing sticky, this sidebar over here sticky, menu sidebar over here sticky. So what we're going to do is we're going to click over here. Okay, so click on this edit column section over here. Now make sure that you go to advanced. Okay, so go to advanced, and then with the CSS classes over here, now give it what, sticky dash menu. Okay, give it what, sticky dash what, menu. Okay, just give it that what, that class. Okay, and when you give it that class, make sure you what, you update it. Okay, so at the moment you update it, now go back to your what, your dashboard. Okay, now scroll down and then look for settings. Now under settings you see what, sticky menu over here. This is the what, a plugin that we installed. If you remember, when we were installing the plugins, we installed this plugin. So click on it. Okay, just click on it to what, to open that plugin, and then the plugin will open for you with all the settings. Okay, now the only setting that we will do basically is what, sticky element, which is the required one. Okay, so what we are going to do is what, the same class that we gave over here. Okay, just copy that class so that you will not do any mistake in it, and then come over here and then write dot. Okay, and then paste it over there. So dot sticky menu dash menu. Okay, dot sticky dash menu. Okay, or you can say maybe pound, that is the hash sign, this one. Okay, sticky dash menu. Okay, but I mostly use dot. Okay, so make sure that you have it done, and then over here, because we want space. Okay, we want space to be at the top, so that when we are scrolling, okay, it will not hit the what, the how do you call it, the top of the what, of the browser. Okay, it will not touch the top of the browser. We want the space to be there, so make sure that you give a space, any amount of space that you want to give, but I want 90. Okay, so make sure that you give a space over there, and then make sure that you click on save to save it. Of course, you can do all your settings. If you don't want it to show on what, mobile, you can do it. Okay, so any other settings that you want to show, you want to do it, you can do it. Now what we're going to do is what, go to your home page, click on home, and then let's test it and see if it is what, it is working. Okay, so now let's scroll and see what happened. So as you can see, it is what, it is sticky. Okay, so it doesn't what, it doesn't move. Okay, because it is what, we have commanded it to stay wherever it is. Okay, so that is it. Now what is left, so we are almost done with the home page. Now what is really left is for us to make this home page what mobile responsive. Okay, now if you look at this page is what mobile responsive. It means that when we go look at it in what in the inspect mode, okay, we realize that you can what you know, it is what responsive. So as you can see, it is very responsive. Okay, so you can, you know, check all the settings, everything of the of it. Let it load, and then so let me change to let's say, yeah, so very good. So as you can see, everything is what responsive. Okay, so if I click over here, it will drop down, the menu will drop down for us. Okay, if I click over here, it will close. Okay, so basically that is it. So everything is responsive. That's the same way is what we want our you know, our website that we are creating to also be mobile responsive, because a lot of people, you know, view websites on mobile phones. Okay, so what we are going to do is to make sure that our website is what mobile responsive. So to make it mobile responsive, just click on the responsive mode over here, click on it, and then let's, you know, click on what tablet, and then let's see how it shows on tablet. Now like I said, I want the menu to show on tablet. Okay, I want this menu to show on tablet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll reduce, you know, I'll reduce the size, this space a little bit. Okay, so I'll click over here. Okay, and then you see the spaces over here. I'm going to click on it to remove all the spaces, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give all of them 10. Okay, give you know, this one also 10, give here 10, and give here 10. Okay, so that there will be a little bit of space. Okay, all around, but I'm going to give the left one 20. Yeah, very good, so that there will be more space over here, more than all the other ones. Okay, so basically I think this one is okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this size, okay, because it's too big. Okay, so I'll go to style over here, and then go to typography, and then reduce the typography from 55 to, let's say, 40. Okay, very good. And then what I'm going to do is I'll go to advanced, and then I'll give it a top margin. I'll give a top margin of 40. Yeah, very good, so that wouldn't be near the the widget, and then I'll give it a bottom margin of 20. Okay, very good. So I think everything is falling in place. Okay, everything is correct, everything is genuine. Now with the widget, if you want to reduce it, now remember that if you reduce the size over here, it reduces the size from all. Okay, so what you can do is you can just duplicate it and then hide one. Okay, so but I'm not going to do that, but I think this one is quite okay for me. So I'll just click on update, and then I'll go to the mobile side. Okay, with the mobile side, this is what will happen. Now at the moment it turns to mobile, you see what happened? It's it shift to the top. Okay, it shift to the top. So this is the menu itself. Okay, so we're going to do some few adjustments on it. First things first, what we're going to do is let's click over here. Okay, so click on this 6 dot or 9 dot over here. Okay, now go to advanced, now you see the padding that we gave. We're gonna remove those paddings over here, and then we're just gonna give a top padding of 10 to it, and then we're gonna give a left and right padding of 20. Okay, 20, so that it will be in the middle, right? Yeah, everything is fall in it. And then what we're gonna do is if you feel like this one is too big, you can also reduce the size, okay, depending on but remember that when you reduce the size over here, it reduces the size on all the other devices. So what you can do is you can duplicate this one, just like I told you on the tablet side. You can duplicate this one and then hide one, okay, but I'm not going to do this. I feel like this one is quite okay for me. And then with this one also, I can reduce the size of the text. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the size of the text. So I'm going to go to style, and then I will click on typography, and then I'll change the text from 40 to, let's say, 35, or let me say 30. Okay, so I just want it to be in one line, so 25. Yeah, okay, very good. So 25 is quite okay for me. And then I think over here everything is quite okay, but the only problem is with this things over here. Okay, so what we can do is we can, with this one, I'm not going to do anything over here, but with this ones, okay, what I'm going to do is I want to reduce, you know, the sizes of this one, and then make sure that it matches, or it shrinks and comes over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the you know, the social icons. So I'll click over here to edit the social icons, and then I will go to style, because I want to try and see if I can reduce the sizes. Okay, and then with the font size, I want to make it like you know, 15. Okay, and then let me see. Okay, so with the inline, I'm going to change it towards block. Okay, so if you make it block, this is how it's going to be. Okay, so with the height, let me reduce the height and see. Okay, so I'll still make it towards inline. Okay, yeah, I'll still make it inline, but what I want to make it is, I'll go to advanced. Okay, and then so what we can also do is we can even change this one. Okay, we can change it. What we can do is we can just, you know, decide to change this social icon. Okay, so basically we can, you know, decide to bring a different social icon over, because I want these things to be on the same, you know, level. Okay, so what I will do is we can hide this one and then bring a different social icon to it. So let me say social. So let me bring this social icons over here. Okay, yeah, and then what I'm going to do is let me add another one to, so that it's going to be like 4. Okay, so let me say Instagram. Okay, so basically you can add the same thing over here. Okay, but then I just want to show you something. Okay, so I'll make it what maybe on the right side. Okay, with this one I can really, like, you know, configure it the way I really want it, and then I will go to the style of it, and then, you know, you can reduce the size. Okay, you can reduce the size of, you know, the icons and other things. Now let me go to the items itself. So you can, you know, choose a custom color for it, and then you can have the both the primary and what secondary color of it. Okay, anyhow you want it, but I want to, okay, so yeah, with a custom color. And then what I'm going to do is with a primary color, let me see, Okay, so this is the primary color. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it what this way. Okay, yeah, and then I'll reduce the size. Okay, so with the size I'm going to reduce it to, let's say, 15. Yes, very good. So now that I have it this way, because I want it to be in line. Okay, want it to be in line. Now that I have it this way, it is what, a little bit small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this one. So what I'll do is I'll just click over here. Okay, and then I'll go to advanced, and then under responsive mode I'll click on it and then hide it on what, hide it on mobile. Okay, it wouldn't be shown on what, on mobile. So as you can see, it is not showing mobile. Okay, now that it is hidden on mobile, what I want to do is I want to change this one. Okay, I want to change it. So I want to style it a little bit. So with the you know, responsive, I want it to be on the left side. Okay, just like this one here, over here. Okay, and then I'll come to style. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the menu trigger and its icon, and then the color I'll make it white. Okay, and then, you know, if you want it the background, you can choose the background, and then it hover maybe our color that we want. Okay, so this one, so that when you hover on it, it's gonna behave this way. Okay, very good. So now that we have it this way, you can set, you know, the height, the size and everything over here. Okay, so now we have it this way. Okay, now let's look at, before we set up everything, let's look at the drop down also. So this is the normal drop down. It means that when somebody clicks on it, this is how it's going to behave. Now as you can see, we can't see anything. Okay, we cannot see anything. So we can we can change the background. Okay, so we can change the background to our color that we want. So let's say we want this color. Okay, so this is quite okay. It depends on the kind of color that you want. So this is quite okay. So we want it this way. Okay, yeah, so that when somebody you know, click here, when the person clicks here, this is how it's going to behave. Okay, so now that we have it this way, now what it's left, it's for us to how it will these two things will be in the same line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to advanced over here, and then what I did was the position, oh no, the width. Okay, I made it inline auto. Yes, very good. So you see, it has become small. Okay, so the same way I'm going to do this one also. So I'll go to here and then go to advanced, and then the width also I'll make it inline auto. Yeah, so as you can see, they are all on on the same line right now. Okay, so now that they all on the same line, it means that when I you know, when I close, like when it is showing on mobile, this is how it's going to behave. Okay, this is how it's going to behave. So guys, I think it's, you know, quite okay now. If you want, you can also click over here to you know, remove this ones over here. Okay, and then let me give it 10 over here, so that it's going to be something like this. Okay, so when somebody clicks on it this way, this is how it's going to open for the person. Once the person closes it, this is how it's going to behave. Okay, so basically we are good to go. Okay, we are good to go. Now we are good to go. So let me look at it once again. Okay, so I want a space to come here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it bottom margin. Okay, so I'm going to give a bottom margin of, let's say, 40. Yeah, very good. So that when yeah, there should be a space over there. Okay, so that's basically quite okay. So now that we have this one, I think we are good to go. So now our website is what mobile responsive and everything is working as perfect as possible. Okay, so we can click on what update, and then you know, now that we have this one set, we have our home page done, we can move ahead to what, to start designing our about page, and then our contact page, and then our services what page. Okay, so let's go ahead to what, start designing. First of all, I want us to design the what, the all radio stations page. Okay, so the live radio page. Okay, so that is what I want us to start designing. So I'm going to click over here, and then you know, go to view the page. Okay, so let me go and then view the page. Let me look at how it looks like right now. Okay, so guys, there is one mistake that we did. Okay, so as you can see, we have two different set of what icons over here, because we did not hide it from where, from the desktop view. Okay, so what you have to do is make sure that you hide this one from the desktop view. Now to hide it, it is very simple. Let's go back over there again. We need to hide it from desktop view, and then also from tablet view. Okay, so that it will only show on mobile view. So let's go and hide it. Okay guys, so to hide it from the mobile view, the one that we want to hide is this one. Okay, this one, we want to hide this one from desktop view. Okay, so what we're going to do is we click over here, or you can decide to even delete one. Okay, it depends on you. So which one you want to delete, you can decide to delete it. So since this one works perfectly for us, maybe we can decide to delete this one. Okay, so that it wouldn't worry us, or you can decide to hide it. Okay, so let's click on this one, and then go to advanced. Okay, and then scroll to responsive mode over here, and then instead of what hide on mobile, we hide on tablet, we hide on what on everywhere. Okay, so we want to hide it on what, on all platforms. Okay, and then because we don't want it to show, you can decide to just delete it. Okay, however you want it, it depends on you, but since you are not using it, it is better for you to delete it. So let's take a look at how it behaves now. As you can see, we have only one. Okay, so if you go back to the tablet view, let's look at how it is in the tablet view. We also have what, only this ones over here. Okay, and then on the mobile side too, we have only this ones over here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this one rather. I'm going to hide this one rather on the tablet, and then I'll show this one on the tablet. Okay, so I'll go to advanced, and then go to responsive over here, and then hide this one on tablet. Okay, and then I'll show this one too on what, on tablet. So go to responsive, and then I'll show this one rather on tablet. Okay, so let me see here. So this one rather will be shown on what, on tablet. Okay, so I think it's quite okay. Now that we have everything set up, we can click on what, update. Okay, so now let's go back to our front side. Okay guys, so this is the front page of the website. Okay, so everything works perfectly well, everything is working perfectly well. Okay, so basically we are good to go. So now we have our homepage set. Now let's go ahead to try and then design our all stations radio. Okay, so let's check out our all stations radio. Okay guys, so this is how our all stations page look like. Okay, so we have all the stations over here. Okay, so if you click on all stations over here, this is how it looks like for you. Now we want to turn it to this page. Okay, this want it to look like this one over here. Okay, we want it to look like this one. Okay, perfectly good looking, you know, page like this one. Okay, we don't want it, we don't want this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on edit page, so that we will design the page the way we want it. Okay, we're going to use Elementor to design the page for us. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Okay, so now that we are over here, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change the template from default template to Elementor full width. Okay, so we change it from default template to Elementor full width, and then we click on what, update. Now click on edit with Elementor over here to start with editing the page with Elementor. Okay guys, so this is how if you open the page, because we change it from the previous site to Elementor full width, this is how it looks like. Okay, so we just need to add some hero session to it, and then we are good to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to click over here. Okay, and then click on this plus icon, and then click on this one column session over here, or structure over here, and then click over here to you know, start to redesign the whole session itself. So we're gonna give it to full width. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to change the column gap to no gap, and then the height we're going to give it to minimum height. Sorry, we're going to give it a minimum height, and then 400 is okay. Column position, everything is okay. Now let's go to style over here. What we're going to do on the style is we want a background. Okay, so we choose a classic background type, and then we insert an image over there. So click to insert an image. So click on this one to insert the image, and then what we're going to do is change the position to center. The attachment, we want to make it to fixed, and then the repeat, we say no repeat, and then also the size, we want to make it to cover. Okay, so now that you've done this one, the next thing that we're going to do is to give it an overlay. So what we're going to do is we click on background overlay over here, and then the overlay type, we give it to a gradient, and then we choose this first color for it. So the first color, we're going to give it this purple kind of color. Okay, yeah, this one, and then we change the location a little bit. Okay, yeah, so now that we have it this way, I think everything is set to go. We can click on update. Okay, now what we're going to do is to bring a heading over here. So as you can see, this one have this heading. Okay, so what we're going to do is we copy what is written over here, and then we come to this place, and then we click on this 9 you know, grip icon over here, and then we search for heading. Okay, search for heading, and then we're going to use this animated heading. Now this one comes from if you install Elementor, you not have it unless you install the HT mega element. Okay, so mega add-on, okay, for Elementor. So what we're going to do is we want to change this text over here. So we'll click here and then replace it with the text that we copied. Okay, this is the heading before text. Okay, and then over here the one that changes. Okay, that is what we're going to do. So just type in whatever you want to type in over here. So what I'm going to type is I'm going to type Afrobeat. Now make sure that you separate them with comma. Okay, but do not use space. Do not use space in it. Okay, so just separate them with comma. So Afrobeat, hip hop, R&B, news, maybe amapiano, anything that you want to list, you list them over there. Okay, and then it will work for you. Now if you want heading after text, maybe after this one you still want, you know, different heading, you can you know, change it, and then you go to style over here, and then you can style it, change the color to white. Okay, and then the animated text to over here, click down, click on it over here, and then, you know, you can change the color to any color that you want. Okay, So I want this kind of like the yellow color that we are using. Okay, so let me say this one. Okay, so yeah, so basically that is it. So you can change the the font and everything. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as it is and then update it. Okay, now the next one I'm going to do is I want to push this one on top of this hero session. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here, and then what I'll do is I'll go to advanced, and then I'll give it to a top margin, okay, of -40 or maybe -50, let's say you just do it the way you want it. Okay, so yeah, I think this one is okay. -70 is what is quite okay, because I just want it this way. Okay, you can do it anyhow you want it, to behave. Okay, so that is it. So now that you have this one set and done, you can click on update. Now make sure that you fix it in you make it responsive. Okay, so let's go to responsive mode, and then make sure that it is responsive. Okay, so this one is a little bit near the edge of the browser, so I don't want it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go give it a little bit of padding. Okay, so I'll give it right padding of 20, left padding of 20. Okay, and then I also give it a bottom padding of 90. Okay, so that it wouldn't be close to the footer too. Okay, so I think this one is quite okay. And then let's go to the mobile side too. Now with the mobile side, you can shrink this one, reduce the size of the words. Okay, just reduce the size of the words how you want it. Okay, so before text, okay, maybe it is too big for you, so we can change it to, let's say, 20. Yeah, and then after text, I think this one I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, the animated text, if you want to change it, you can change it, but I think I want this one to stand out, so maybe I'll just reduce it a little bit. So let's say 22 or 30. Yeah, this one is quite okay. Okay, so I'll just update it. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look like. Okay, on the mobile side too. Okay, yeah, very slick and unique. Okay, very good. So now that we have this one done, we are good to go. Okay, so we've designed our stations, all stations page. Okay, so now let's take a look at how it looks like compared to the previous one. Let's view page, and this is how it looks like as compared to the previous one. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So now we have our page set and ready to go. Okay, so now we have all our we have the home page set, we have all the stations also set. Now let's talk about the contact us, and then we talk about the services, and then the about page. Okay, so let's go to our contact us page. Okay, so with the contact us page, we don't have anything over there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to insert a contact a form over there. So let's go to our backend, and then we're going to create a contact. Okay, so let's go to WP forms over here, hover on it, and then go to add new. Okay, go to add new to add a new contact form. So any contact form that you want to add, you can design it from WP forms, and then it will come to your page for you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to use a simple contact form over here. So choose the use template, click on it for it to load for you. Okay, so now that it is loaded, I'm going to do some few settings over here. So I'm going to click on it to edit it, and then what I'm going to do is instead of first last name, I'm just going to use a simple name over here. Okay, and I'll go to advanced, and then change it from medium to large. Okay, the same way I'm going to do this one. I'll go here, go to advanced, change it from medium to what, to large. The same thing I'm going to do this one. Go to advanced, change it from medium to what, to large. Okay, and then I think it is all done. What next I'll do, I'll go to settings over here, and then I can, you know, check in everything that I want. So the name of the form is what, I'll just say contact form. Okay, and then notifications over here. This is how, where your what, your where the mail will be sent to. Okay, so send to address, you put in over here, and then everything you fix it over here. Okay, and then you, with your confirmation to, if somebody send you know, fill in the contact form and send, what do you want to show? Okay, so if you want to it to show a message, you can. If you want to redirect to what, a different page to, you can do it. Okay, so it depends on you. So I think everything is good. Let's click on save, and then let's go back to our contact form side over here. Click on edit, and then what we're going to do is we're going to what, edit it with Elementor. Okay, so remember that with the contact page, when we created it as what, Elementor full width. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on what, edit with Elementor over here. Let me close this one. Let me close here, so that we go back to our dashboard. Okay, now that this one is loading, let's wait for it to load. Now guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do and subscribe to the channel for me, please. I need your support. Okay, I need you guys to help me reach you know, more people. Okay, so let's get the channel going. Okay, so please like and then share the channel. Okay, and then also subscribe to the channel. Okay, so now that we are over here, what we're going to do is we're just going to embed the form into our website. So let's search for, you know, forms. Okay, so we're going to search for forms. Now we have so many forms over here. So as you can see, we have so many forms over here. Now we want the one that we can be able to what, easily you know, customize it. Okay, so this is the WP forms. This is also what, the WP form. Okay, so what we can be able to easily customize it is what we need. Okay, so let's use this one first. If we cannot customize it easily, then we use a different one. Okay, so this is how the form looks like. Okay, so let's you know, select the contact form. This is how it looks like. Now guys, as you can see, there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, and that's not what we want. The only thing that happens is what, the display options, and that's not what we want. We want something we can easily customize it. Okay, so I'm going to what, delete this one. I just want you to know that if you cannot, you know, customize it, it means that you have to what, use you know, how do you call it, you have to use CSS to customize it. Okay, and that is not what we want. We want something that we can simply design it ourselves. So the next one that we're going to use is what, this one. Okay, so let's pull this one in it. Okay, so guys, as you can see, with this one we can be able to what, customize it the way we want it. The reason why I'm saying that is that it have a style over here. Okay, the other one was just having what, the content and then the advanced, but this one have a style. It means that we can be able to what, customize it the way we want it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we go to style over here. Okay, and then you know, you can align it in the middle, you know, the way you want it. Okay, depending on how you want it. You can, you know, change the color to white. Okay, that these are the labels. Okay, and then if you want, you know, border type, you can what, choose it the way you want it. Okay, and then what I am going to do is I'm going to go to buttons, because that is the most important thing for me. Now, I don't like this kind of button. Now before I even do that, now let me make sure that I am using this one. Okay, I want to use this one. Yeah, so I will drag this one, I'll copy this one and put it in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm copy this one and then copy and then put it in this one, because I want it to be in the middle. Okay, I don't want it to be that big. Okay, and then I'll delete this one. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this edit session over here. Now go to advanced. Okay, and then what I'll do is I can give it a top and down margin. Okay, so let's say 90, or let me say 120. Okay, so I think this one is quite okay. Yeah, this one is quite okay. And what I'll do is I'm going to style the form. Okay, so I'm going to style the form. So let me go to style. Okay, so now we can style it the way we want it. Okay, so you can give it all other things you want it. Okay, so this is the button. Okay, so with the button we can give it a width, a height, all those things. So let's say we're gonna give it 100, let's say 600. Okay, you see how it is, 500. Okay, or 300. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, now if you want it to be in the middle, you can position it in the middle. Okay, now if you want a border radius, let's say you want it to be 50, you can make it this way. Okay, so it makes everything so nice that you can customize everything the way you really want it. Okay, so that is it. And then also let's look at how to even change the colors of the button. So we can give it our color, our button color. Okay, just like this one. Okay, so the text color too, you can give it black. Okay, the typography we can change it the way we want it. So we want 18, and then we want the weight to be 600. Okay, so you can basically customize it the way the look and feel the way you really want it. Okay, so basically you can do it anyhow you want it. I'll leave it just like that, and then you can even add more details to it. Okay, so if you want to add a map, you can add your map over here. Okay, but I'll just want a simple how do you call it, contact form, just like this. Okay, so this is how you can design your contact form. Now let's view the page. Okay, so guys, this is how it looks like. Okay, very simple and so we are done with our contact form. Now let's go to our about page. Now this is our about page. Okay, so if you compare this about page to what we have over here, it is different. Okay, quite different. So this is basically the about page that we are going to create. Okay, so we're going to create this very unique, very nice about page. Okay, so that is exactly what we're going to do. So let's go to our about page over here and then click on edit page. Okay guys, so now that we're over here, we want to edit it with Elementor. So we want to design the about page with Elementor. So let's click on edit with Elementor. Okay guys, so this is how we're going to design it. Now if you look at over here, this one have a hero session over here. Okay, with this one written on it. Okay, so the same way we're going to have a hero session like this one over here. Okay, so we choose this one column session. Okay, now we want it to be full width, and we don't want any gap, and then we want it to be minimum height of 400, which is okay. Yeah, everything is okay. Now let's go to the style. We choose a classic background, and then we insert an image, and then we use this image. Okay, I'm gonna use this image, this nice image, and then we say it is supposed to be center. Okay, very good. Now we want it to be fixed. Okay, and then we want no repeat, and then the size should be what? Cover. Okay, now since the size is cover, we cannot see the person over there. Okay, so I think it's still quite okay, but you can, you know, either customize it or do it the way. So let's say top center. Okay, so that, okay, so now we're gonna scroll it so you see this person over here, so don't worry. So now that we have this one set, what we're going to do is we bring what? A text widget over here. So let's click on this script icon over here, and then drag this one, this text widget over here, and then we're gonna insert this you know, message in it, and then put it in the middle, and then go to style to style it. Okay, so we change the text to what? To white. Change it to white, and then change the typography and other things. Okay, so I'm going to change the typography to Poppins or Montserrat. Okay, anyone that suits you, you can change it. There are a lot of typography over here, so just set through and then choose it. Always make sure that you have, you know, at least 2 typographies, okay, running through your website, so that your website will be very good. So I'm going to use Montserrat. Okay, and then I'll make the heading to be 45. Okay, and then I'll make it to be 700 bold. Yeah, very good. So about what? Online radio station. Now remember, our radio station name is what? Online radio station. Okay, now that we have this one set, now what again do we have? We have these 2 things over here, 1, 2. Okay, that's exactly what we want to do. So I'm going to copy this one and then come over here, and then what we're going to do is I'll click over here and to use your 2 column structure over here. Okay, I'm going to give this one top and down margin of 90. Okay, very good. Now I'll insert a picture over here. Okay, so I'll drag in this picture widget, image widget over here, and I'll go over here and then pick where is our image? Oh, okay, so I didn't bring that image, but basically I can put this one over there. Okay, so I can put this one over there. Okay, just to show, just to let you know like what I'm trying to do. Okay, and then, you know, the next one is what? I'll come over here and then bring a heading widget over here, and then put in our heading. Okay, and then change you know, the style. Okay, so style it the way we want it. So we want it to be this color. Okay, and then the typography, we want it to be Rochester. Okay, so Rochester, and then let me increase the size a little bit. Okay, so 40 is too small, so let me say 60. Okay, so anyhow you want it to be. Okay, it depends on you. And then you see this is how it looks like. Okay, now what we're gonna do is let me click over here. I want to make this one border radius of 20. Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay, so that the corners will be what? Will be very nice. Okay, so sleek and nice. Okay, so now that I have this one, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a text widget. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one, the text editor, put it over here. Okay, and then this one I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to insert some dummy you know, text in it. Okay, so I'll copy it and then, you know, just insert more, and then just insert more. Okay, so basically something like this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a space. So I'll click over here and then go to layout over there, and then with a column gap I'm going to give, let's say a wider column gap, okay, yeah, so that there will be space over here. Okay, so basically we have something like this, very nice and very sleek. Okay, very nice and sleek. Now another session that we can also do is with this one. Okay, so this one have our radio station over here, and then this one is what a weekly program, okay, that we do. So you can bring all your weekly programs over here. So what we're going to do is let me just duplicate this session over here. Yeah, very good, so that I don't need to be creating, and then I'll remove this session from here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this one and bring it here. I'm going to copy it, paste it here. Okay, and then I'll delete this one, also delete this one. Okay, now over here I'll insert our radio over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for HTML, so that I'll drag it and put it here, and then go and then copy our radio. So where is the radio? Where is the radio? Oh, I'm coming. So this one, so let me go to edit with Elementor. I want to copy the code. Okay, the code. I don't want to open a new tab again to go to the Zeno place again. I just want to copy the code over here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just click over here, okay, to copy the code. So click here, and then I'm gonna copy this code from here, and then come to About Us, and then paste it over here. Paste the code over here. So now we have our radio station over here. So the next one that we're going to do is what, to bring this one's to over here. Now we use what, a list. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go click on this script to display all the widget over here, and then I'm going to search for list. Okay, so this is what I used. Okay, this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it here, drag it here. Okay, so this is exactly what I used, and then I'll just delete all of them, and then the first one is what, Monday Gospel. So you can just whatever you do, this one is just an example. Okay, so whatever you do every day, you can list it over there. Okay, so I want to use the play button. Okay, so I can use this one, or this one. Okay, depending on what I want to use. So you can use all of them, and then if you want to link it to any particular radio station, you can even link it over here. Okay, so it depends on what you want to do. And then now that it is done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the style, and then I'll go to icon over here, and then change the icon to this color. Okay, and then the icon size, I'm going to increase the size a little bit to, let's say, 20. Yeah, and then if you want to align it to anyhow, you can use it by, and then the text, I'll change it to white, and then the the hover to, if somebody hover on it, how do you want it to be? Want it to be color. Okay, and then the text size and all those things, you can decide to do it the way you want it. Okay, so I'm going to use poppins, and I'm going to use size of 16. or let's say 18. Okay, and then you can decide to change it, you know, the way you want it. So basically we have this one. Okay, so as you can see, we have this one. Now I'm going to go back over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'll just duplicate them. Okay, so that I have a lot of them. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll just, you know, change the things in it. Okay, so 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I'm just using the days of the week, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this one, come over here, replace it with this one. Okay, the same way, copy this one, come over here. So basically I'm doing what I am doing, but you have to do what you have to do. Okay, so you can go ahead and do everything. Okay, yeah, go ahead and do whatever you have to do, change it the way you want it. Now with the spacing, you can increase the spacing the way you want to the way you want to increase it. Okay, yeah, so just, you know, make sure you play around it and then do it the way you want it. So the text, you can, you know, play around it. Okay, so when you go to the content also, you can also play around it. When you come over here too, you can play around it. If you want a divider, you can put a divider in it. Okay, so however you want it, you can, you know, just play around it, okay, make it your own. Okay, let it be your own. That is the whole thing. Okay, so basically that is how it is. Okay, so that is how you can be able to create this one. So I think we are done and we are good to go with the about page. Okay, so if you feel like this one is also too big for you, you can, you know, just reduce the size of the radio player. Okay, so when you go to the player settings, so let's say the width is, you want to change it to 400. Okay, so you can change it to 400. Yeah, so that it will be the size, the kind of size that you want. Okay, so basically I think we are good to go. So we just click on update over here to update it. So we are done with our about page. Now we can click on view page to view it. Now, like I said, make sure that you make it mobile responsive. Okay, just like the way we did the home page, make sure that you make it mobile responsive. Okay, I'm not going to waste time with the mobile responsive because I've taught you how you can be able to do it, and I guess you can be able to do it yourself. Okay, so basically we are good to go. Now that is the about page. Now let's look at the services page. So this is the services page. Now let's look at how our services page over here looks like. Now after creating the services page, we'll bring the tutorial to an end, so that the next part, that is the final part, we'll add the shop and then the blog side also to the website. Okay, so this is how the services page looks like. Okay, it just have some simple cards over here displaying some of the things that you you do as a radio station. Okay, so what are some of the things that you do? You put it over here. Okay, so basically that is what the services page. So what we're gonna do is the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go to edit. Okay, now that we are over here, what we have to do is just click on edit with Elementor. Okay, so just click on edit with Elementor to edit the page. Okay, so guys, we are over here. So first things first we need to create our hero session over here. So what we do is just click on this plus icon and then click on the single column, you know, session over here, and then, you know, just do some small adjustment over here. Change the column gap, no gap, the height, make it minimum height. Okay, and then I think everything is set. Now go to style. Okay, and then give it a classic background. Okay, and then with the background we're going to use an image, the same image that we did for the about us page. We're going to use the same image, so click on this one and then insert the image over here. Okay, now change the image to center. Okay, or you can even change it to you know, bottom left or whatever left. Okay, yeah, so I think this one is quite okay. Yeah, we could have done it the same way as what, as the about us page. So if you are doing it, maybe you can go back and then change your, because you want this guy to show over there. And then what again, we don't want it, we want it to be, you know, default, and then we don't want it to be repeating, and then we don't want we want it to be cover. Okay, yeah, very good. So this is quite okay. Okay, so now what next? What is, we just need to you know, write our bring a heading over there. Okay, so we click over here and then drag in a heading over here, and then what we're gonna write is just our services. Okay, so we're gonna write our services. Okay, so the services that we offer is basically what we write over there. So we change it to white. Okay, make sure you change it to white, and then I'll change it to any color that you want, but make sure that the color fits so that people can see. Okay, and then let's increase the size a little bit to, let's say 40 or 45, 40, 48. Okay, anyhow, and then change this one to what, Montserrat. Okay, I want to change it to Montserrat. Okay, and then I'll change this one to 800. Yeah, very good. So now that we have our services set on top, the hero session set, now let's go to bring in our our cards over here. Okay, so as you can see, we have this nice cards over here. So what we're going to do is we click over here and then choose the 3-column session over here. Okay, and then, you know, give it top and down margin of 90. Yeah, so that there'll be space, it will be spacious. Okay, now click on the plus icon over here to open the widget panel for you, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna search for, you know, icon box or whatever it is. So just search for box. Okay, now what we're gonna use is the flip box. Okay, so within this one and this one, you can choose the one that you want. Okay, so you see we have this one, and this one, but this one is the pro version. So this one and this one, which one you want, you choose it. Okay, so I'm going to choose this one and then see if it fits what we're going to do. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so if you want it, you leave it like that. Okay, so if you want an image, if you want an icon, okay, whatever you want, you leave it like that. Okay, now if you go over here, you can, you know, change the effect. Okay, so you want to flip, you want it to flip this way, you can change it. Okay, you want it to flip vertical too, you can change it. Okay, now let's look at the other ones also. This is how let's search for the other ones also and look at how it behaves. So this is the Sina one. Let's look at the HT Mega 1.2. Okay, let's look at how this one also behaves. So this is exactly what I used in the other website. Okay, so this one is what I used in the other website. So if you look at it, it's similar, the same way. This is the same thing I used. Okay, so this is what we're gonna use. Okay, so if you want this one also, but this one have more options. Okay, yeah, so if you want this one also, you can use it. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one. Okay, and use this one. Okay, so what we're gonna do is what we are going to edit this one. Okay, so you know, just type in your content, your everything that you want to type in. So the front side, what do you want to use? So with the front side, I want to use an icon. Okay, so what kind of icon do you want to use? So if you look over here, the first one is with a radio or a microphone. Okay, so I'm gonna go over there to grab a microphone. So just click on this icon and then let's say mic, and I'm gonna grab this microphone. Okay, so any mic that you want, you can grab it. Okay, so when you grab it, this is how it's gonna show over here. Okay, so don't worry about it. We're gonna we're gonna edit it now. What content did you write in it? So this one is with radio services. Okay, so you change it from Flipbox heading to what, radio services. Okay, so just change it like that. So as you can see, it is what written. Now at the back also, what do you want to write? Okay, so at the back, let's look at the back also. So the back also have radio services, and then there are some other content. Okay, so at the back, okay, so this one also have what, radio services. Okay, and then we don't have anything to show. Okay, we don't want to show anything, so this is exactly what you want. Okay, so you can input your messages over here. Okay, your services message over here. Okay, if you want a button also, you can what, just type the button over here, and then it will show. Okay, so basically that is it. Now let's go to style to style it. Okay, so this is the color of the color. Okay, the color, and then this is the front. These are all the front. Okay, so content style tabs. Okay, so everything, the color, everything is there. Okay, so these are all what, everything that you can use to style your how do you call it, your cards. Okay, this flipping cards over here. Now I want to go back to content over here, and then click on advanced settings. So as you can see, you can use the advanced settings to the advanced options to check the height, and then the animation where you want it to go from, and if you want it to be left, bottom, top, you can choose all of them. Okay, so now let's go back to style over here, and then let's style it the way we want it. So with the background type, what background type do you want? So you can choose. So this is the front, so if you want different background, you can choose it. Okay, so the icon. Okay, so as you can see, this is the icon. Okay, this is the icon. So the icon color, it is what, it is this color. Okay, now let's look over here. What is the icon color? You see, this is the icon color. So we want to change it to our icon color. So we want our icon color to be this color. Okay, and then we want this one. We don't want any background, so what we're going to do is remove the background. Okay, just click over here to remove the background. Okay, so now that we're done, you can go over here to edit the back also. So with the back, you see the color over here. What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? Okay, so with the color over here, you can decide to change it. Okay, so this is the text or the title color. Okay, and then you can change the background color. Okay, to any color that you want. So you can change the background color to any color, but I think this one is okay for me, but you can decide to change it. So after everything is done, you can just duplicate it anyhow you want it. Okay, so I'm just going to duplicate it, or copy and paste it, okay, multiple times, and then I'll just edit it. Okay, you can edit it yourself. Okay, so I'm not going to waste time over here. You can duplicate it and then edit it yourself. Since the style, you've gotten the style already, all what you need to do is just duplicate and edit it yourself. Okay, so you change the icon, change everything, and then you have a services page done. Okay, so you just click on after, make sure that you make it mobile responsive. You just click on this mobile responsive tab over here, and then check it in all other forms. Okay, so this is how in all the other devices, this is how it's going to behave. Okay, make sure you check all of them. Okay, so now we have this one done already, so let's go back and then view our page. Okay, so this is our services page. Okay, so now that we have our services page done, I think we are good to go. So now And basically we've created the home page, we've created the all stations page, we created the about page, the services page, and then a contact page. Okay, so I'm going to bring this tutorial to an end, and then our next our next tutorial will be on how to create this shop page. Okay, so how we can be able to create products on this shop page. Okay, so we will check design the shop page just like this one over here. Let's look at the shop page over here. We're going to design it just like how we have the shop page over here. Okay, with a product in it, just like this. Somebody can add product to cart, and then also buy the song or whatever it is. Okay, so guys, see you in the next episode of this radio station website. Okay, catch you on the other side. Thank you for watching, and please, like I said, don't forget to share this video and then subscribe to the channel. My name is Kobe. Bye bye.